Barkley versus Green. Draymond Green versus Charles Barkley inside the NBA. These two players, former players and current players, go at it. And the beef picks up, man, on inside the NBA. Man, man, just guys, let's just take a look. Make sure to subscribe to my sports channel. Let's just take a look at this, man.
Have a great long career, but sports, nobody wins when they're 37, 38.
But you said what you said. I want to hear if he believes what you're talking.
Yeah, I mean, I think the goal is just to not look like you in the Houston Rockets uniform.
Yeah.
Is ultimately the goal for us. Like, we don't want to.
What does that look like?
Did you see it?
I'm just asking.
I saw it. I mean, so, you know, we're always going to try to compete. When you win championships, the goal will always be to try to reach that level. Can we get back to that level? Listen, to your point, Jimmy's going to miss a lot of next year. Moses is going to miss a lot of next year. That's $70 million. $75 million of a, $160 million payroll. So it's going to be tough. But make no mistake about it, the goal will always be to compete at a championship standard level. Whether we win a championship or not, I think as you get older, you have to redefine what's success, right? Still the most sellouts in the NBA. Still the most national TV games in the NBA. And you just want to give yourself a chance. Success may not be for us at this point a championship, right? That's the way it goes. And so I think understanding what is success at this point is key for us, knowing and understanding that it leave this organization.
Okay. So Charles Barkley has said that when players get older, they're not in their prime. The chance for teams, to be championship teams is done. He says that the Golden Warriors, you had your time, but you're older, you're not there anymore, and you're not gonna be there. And Draymond, because Draymond's obviously his play, has definitely over the years has decreased, has gone backwards, but as he gets older. And obviously Draymond, Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler have championship aspirations. Every team does. The thing is, when he mentions old age, Charles Barkley, Draymond Green takes a shot here about Charles Barkley's Houston career. But if you take a look at Charles Barkley's Houston career, he performed doubled all the time. I believe I'm going to take a close look at Charles Barkley's career. So I think he played 3 years in Houston. Yes, he was much older, but his 3 years in Houston, 4 years in Houston. So he joined him in 96, 97. Okay. 53 games, only 53 games, but he was hurt that year. But he averaged how many points? 19 points and still average total rebounds of 13.5 at 33 years old. 34, he went down a little. He was down a little. 15.2, but averaged still 11.7. At 35, 16.1 and average 12.3. 36, which is his last year, 14.5, where he averaged 10.5. So as he was getting older, his stats were going down, but he was still really, really good. Really, really good. He retired at 36, and I think Steph Curry might be a little older than him, but he was still performing at a high rate. And Barkley's considered one of the best rebounders of all time. So Draymond had, obviously he watched in basketball. He's a fan of basketball. He got into basketball, obviously, but I don't think he has checked Barkley's stats and how good those Houston teams were. Yeah, they had Hakeem Olajuwon, who won 2 titles when Jordan was out of the league, back to back. Barkley wasn't on those teams. Pippen was on those teams. I remember that. He was on those Houston teams. I think he was on those Houston teams after the Bulls dynasty ended. But I think Pippen came a couple years after Barkley. But Barkley still put up a high rate of fantastic numbers, rebounds, and points. Double machine. Undersized, but double machine. And he's definitely improved a lot more than Draymond Green. The only thing Draymond Green really has over Barkley is, well, rebounds. Rebounds, right? It's really the rebounds. Right? It's the rebounds. No, it's not the rebounds. My bad. It's the rings. He has a bunch of rings. And I'll admit, he's contributed to that. So the thing with Barkley is he's kind of right and wrong, because there's been teams that are players that are much older or have won championships in their later years. Okay? There has been. But Barkley and Draymond Green, he gets all sensitive all the time. You know how Draymond Green is, and you know how these both like to yap. I like Barkley. I always like Barkley. He's not afraid to say what he feels, right? He likes to yap. And Draymond Green, he has a podcast, and you know how Draymond Green is. So I'm not surprised these two that are similar in the way they like to yap, they like to talk, will go at each other. So, but yeah, I mean, Barkley, if you look at Barkley's, he never won a title, got a couple times close. Obviously, the time he went to a championship, he lost to the Bulls as the Suns. He was in the Houston team. Those Houston teams were good, but those Utah teams were really, really good too. Those Utah teams were better, Malone and Stockton. Okay? 97, 98. Remember those. And then the Spurs became a dynasty. But yeah, I mean, this all stems from Barkley saying, as Golden State, we're saying that Golden State time has passed, and it has. Obviously, Draymond Green doesn't believe that. He shouldn't. He shouldn't. He still Steph off Jimmy. Just shouldn't. He shouldn't. But Draymond took that personal, because I think every player would take that personal, honestly. But having a comeback, snapping back up a Charles Barkley's Houston career without looking at the numbers and looking at how good those teams were, it just shows that Draymond can be ignorant at times. So could Barkley. But yeah, it's just ridiculous in my thing. Barkley is the stirs a pot, and Draymond likes the stirs a pot. It's just, in my opinion, it's just all ridiculous. I want to know your thoughts, guy. Like, share, subscribe, comment below, guys. Bye.